the fuck? I mean, would it not? I'm gonna see. I can hear myself. So on board with Phil Mitchell here, who's on out lap. He was the first car out. Oh, Max, I can't even ask you for your opinion, man. This is stress. Tell Owen, or what did he say? So we're on board with Phil Mitchell in the house, come around the first corner. So my predictions, as you can't hear Max, I think recent races, I think Owen's going to get P1. I think maybe Tominator can get onto the podium. I also think that Aiden, if he keeps it clean, can get P3 today. So Cameron takes a little bit of a knock into the castle section. Doesn't invalidate though, keeps it clean. Oh, loss of control from Cameron there, and he puts it into a wall. Aiden's on a hot lap here, has done the same thing as Cameron. Just come into the third sector now. Coming down the last couple of straights. Matt, you hear me alright on the stream? So, Aiden crossed the line of 140.5, the fastest lap of the session so far. So let's go on board with Joe here, just in sector 3. Coming over, about to cross the line, and sets a 139.9. Let's go on board with, Xbox 7 up, crosses the line, a 142.1 for him there. Jump on board with Ben, in the same exact position, cross the line as a 140.6, puts in P8. Out of everyone who's set a lap here. Owen coming out of the castle section. Just in sector 2 for Owen at the moment, is looking quite fast. So that's a purple sector 2. Is it going to be pole position for Owen? A provisional pole at the moment. So he's open DRS into the DRS zone. What is Owen going to put in? He puts in a 140.5. Lost a lot of time in the last section there. Go on board with Ariane. He's had some kind of problem. On board with Jacob. He sets a 140.2, puts in P6. So that's on a lap. Let's go on board with Hasbro here, see if he can improve his 139.1. I think this is his in lap here. It is his in lap. So there's Alien Toe, also in lap. is Ben, also on an in lap. Just gonna watch Ariane as he is. Phil Mitchell here starts his first lap after his contact with the wall. Last run out. That's a purple sector 1 for Cameron. Phil Mitchell just on board here in the Haas. Coming into quite a tricky section of corners here now. Slightly grazed the wall just before the castle section. Gonna get through castle section with no contact. He gets around here. Oh, and he invalidates his lap. Very unlucky. He's looking quite fast there. So on board with Ollie, who is in sector 1. Ollie. Ariane's also in sector 2 now. Between Ollie and Ariane. Ollie sets purple sector 1. Ariane now just coming to the end of his sector 2. Max, we sorted it. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, it's bottom right. So here's Ollie coming to the end of sector 2 now. Doesn't set a purple sector 2, but starts sector 3. We're going to jump on board now for the last couple of turns. Last big straight. And let's see what he puts in for his first lap of the day. He puts in a 1:40.6, puts him P10. So Aiden's on a lap here. Just in the first sector. Let's see what time he can set. That's a purple sector 1 for Aiden. Just coming into sector 2 now, slightly grazes the wall on the exit. It's gonna come around now into the house section. He's an Alfa Romeo in front of him. Will it cause him some problems? I don't think so. Comes to the castle section, takes the castle section very cleanly. No loss, no invalidation. Takes a nice clean exit there. We'll jump on board with him. Comes around just towards the end of sector 2 now, end of the middle sector, slightly grazes the wall on the outside there. Doesn't set a purple sector 2, looking quite fast though. He's on a 120 at the moment. Coming down the last couple of straights. Gets into the DRS zone, opens his DRS. And it is an in lap for Aiden. Jump on board with Tominator here, who just comes to the end of sector 2 on his outlap to help him to improve on his 140.5, which puts him into P8. He sets the purple sector 2. Let's see what he can do now in sector 3. Looking very fast. Gets into the DRS zone, opening this DRS. What time is he going to put on the board? A 1:30.9 1:39.7 puts him P3. Very good lap from him there. So Jacob retires. Doesn't think he can improve on his lap. So on board with Harley here. Just comes to the end of sector 1. I think he's on an in lap as well. Board that in here as he comes into sector 3. Opens his DRS. Aaron's time is not registering for me, I don't know why. I think he's going to go. Oh, he invalidates in first corner. Let's see who's on a lap. Owen's on a lap. He is hitting. So we're on board with Joe here on our lap in sector 2, just behind Haas. I think that is Phil Mitchell. Is it going to slow him down? Possibly. Doesn't seem to be letting him go. Hopefully we see a wet race today. I'm just going to try and get Max into the stream.
If you can check you've got like
I don't think I do. Try now. What the hell? Alright, well I've turned party audio on and back on if I can. On board with Joe, an in lap for Joe. On board with Percy here, he's down on his time by 2/10. Comes towards the end of sector 2. Does well to keep away from the wall. Comes into sector 3 now, the end sector, the last few straights. Let's see. What he can do. That's a 1:39.8, which puts him P5. On board with Aiden, who is also on an outlap. So he's not on an outlap. Or a hot lap, sorry. Phil Mitchell is on a hot lap, comes towards the end of sector 2 now. Just going to sector 3. Comes to sector 3 now, let's see what he can do. Let's see what time he can put on the board. Coming down now the last straight. Into the DRS zone, opens his DRS. Let's see what time he can put. A 1:40.2, which puts him P7. That's his first run of this qualifying session. Is probably going to be his last. On board with Owen here, just about to start his hot lap. Max, have you literally tried everything? Are you positive? Google it. Have you Googled it? I can show you. Speak. So on board with Owen here is in sector 2, just coming up towards the castle section. There's been no crashes here yet. I think there's going to be a couple of little nudges in the castle section just coming out, maybe coming in as well. So flying through sector 2 here. Owen looking pretty fast. Is he going to be down on his time? Let's check. He's down by 7/10 on his time. Let's see, we'll do this and we'll go on board with Alien Tow. Let's see what Owen can do here. So he gets onto the straight. And he sets a 139.6. He goes P5. Ariane set a 139.4. Which we didn't get to go on board with that. On board with Tom now in the second sector. He's down by 1/10 on his time. P7 at the moment. Let's see, can he improve on his time? He's down by 3/10 at the end of sector 3. Let's see what he can do here. As he gets into the DRS zone, opens his DRS. What time can he put in? A 139.3, puts in P4. Gonna jump on board with Alien Tow. Go into sector 2. Just come into the castle section, then you see Aiden put up on the right. Just touches the wall a little bit in the exit. I don't think it's going to affect him much though. Might have, I don't think it has. I think he's going a bit slow. I think he's not going to finish this yet. 3 seconds up on his time. Aiden's not on that lap. Ollie's down 3/10 on his lap. Let's see now into the third sector. What can his final time be on the board? Coming down the last straight, opens his DRS. What time can he put up? 139.9, puts himself P8 to finish qualifying. So that is the end of qualifying for us. This is how the grid looks. So Alien Tow P1, Owen P2, Joe P3, Hasbro P4, Terminator P5, Ariane P6, Percy P7, Ollie, or relevant PT, P8, Blinks Vortex P9, Aiden P10, Harley and Jacob both Renaults P11 and 12, Phil Mitchell P13, Xbox 7 up P14, and Smil Whiff disqualified from qualifying, starts last on the grid here. So there's the final order. Max, let me leave and then I'll invite you and see if it's mine. Any difference? Oh my god. Owen's gonna beat us both. actually.
Yeah.
Are you watching the stream?
Yeah.
Apart from your problems, is everything else alright?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Well, last time we spoke, Owen said as long as you talk about F1, he doesn't really care.
I said me talk about F1.
Yeah.
So we're here, wow, yeah, obviously, in the formation lap. Obviously, I said my predictions. I think now looking at the qualifying order, I think I might have to go for Alien Toe, P. Actually, I start from P1. I think Owen, if he plays it right, can probably get himself another win today. Alien Toe looked quite fast in qualifying. Whether he can bring that over to the race, we don't know. I do think that maybe Aiden can get a podium today, and so can Joe or QX2 Odysseys. Drop your predictions in the chat. What do you mean? Yeah, I have. Are you not watching? I need you to be there to tell me if anything's going wrong. Bit close from Owen back to Harley, I think. All a bit bunched up. No disqualifications though. On board with Owen, trying to frantically warm those tyres. So here the cars got to line up on the grid. So it's lights out, and away we go here in Baku for round 8 of the Clickdown Racing League. Edinto gets quite a good start, so does Owen. Joe trying to go down the inside. Hasbo gets up into P3. Aiden gets up into P8. Percy's down to P9. Tom overtakes Ariane. So we go back into the midfield. Lynx is 3 wide into turn 3 there. Does stay in front of the other 2 men. What is Aiden here, just behind Ariane. I think it's going to be quite a close race today, everyone quite close together. into the castle section. Everyone seems to come out fine. Is that the case for everyone? Oh, Harley seems to have lost control a little bit. Does lose a bit of debris come off one of the Renaults there. I don't know if it's Harley or his teammate Jacob who's just behind him. I believe it is Harley. I think that left end plate is missing. Yeah, it is. He's taking a bit of understeer through that corner. No first lap drama. Joe looking for an overtake here on Hasbo to get into P3. They're going to go side by side down here. Is he going to get there? Hasbo's pulling away. Hasbo retains his position in P3. Tominator not too far behind both of them. I think a soft hard is probably going to be the best bet for these guys here today. Azerbaijan, the track, it's not too hot. Joe may be looking for overtake on the inside there. Hasbo goes in to defend the racing line and retains his position still in P3, so it looks like a bit of a spicy battle there. Expert 7 that's pitted already on the first lap, so he's going to be quite far behind. Jacob up into P2. That was very quick. No, sorry, apologies, my game is lagging. Jacob goes down to P13. And Alien Toe does clip the wall there on the entry to the castle section, but nonetheless, still goes on. So Owen in P2 and Hasbo in P3, closely followed by Joe and Tom. Ariane and Ollie, quite a large gap, but the two Red Bulls quite close to each other, both clipping the wall there. So Joe, another chance to get closer to Hasbo here, but Tominator is right on the back of Joe here. He's going to go for an overtake on the straight. Yes, he is. He's going to get there as well. A nice overtake from Tom there to get to P4. Next up is Hasbo for Tom. Joe's going to look to want to get that place back. He doesn't want to take a risky dive bomb. So that remains as it is. So Blinks, Percy and Aiden all pit lap 3 here. So they've all pitted lap 3 onto the mediums. So Blinks mediums, Percy mediums and Aiden mediums. I don't know if it was some kind of wing damage that they had on. We are going to go on board with Jacob though, who's behind his Renault teammate. Struggled to get past. And obviously Harley still got wing damage. There you see the left end plate. Oh, and Jacob goes for an overtake on the inside. Does he retain his position? Yes, it does. Good move from Jacob there. Get up to P9. I think that position where he can gain more points. Phil Mitchell now looking for Harley. Everyone behind here is quite far away now. With the rest of the pack. Top 3, they're still marginally spaced out. It stayed the same. Joe really set some track limits there. His teammate Ariane seems to be closing on him just a little bit. He's not going to have DRS yet. And Ollie still with Jacob and Harley round off the top 10. Joe's going to be quite disappointed that he lost his place to Tom there. It was quite a close battle. Obviously, Joe wanted to take the place from Hasbo using the exact same way on the same straight. Unfortunately, he doesn't get there. Tom then tries it on the next lap, overtook Joe, as you guys saw. But apart from that, everything has remained the same. Tom does seem to be closing on Hasbo though. Alien Toe Flipper Jr. and Hasbro all seem to be quite marginally spaced apart. There's no real cause for concern there. Although Tominator is starting to gain onto the back of Hasbro, and Joe right on the back of Tominator here. Is he going to send for an overtake into Sector 2? He looked for it, didn't go for it. He's going to still be there, still right on the backside of Tom. He's going to take a nice line to the corner there. Now the straight, it's time for Joe to open DRS, crack open DRS, rich fuel mix, everything that he can, and hopefully go for an overtake here on Tom. Is he going to get there? And Tominator's pitted for soft, so 3 laps in, and Tominator pits, putting Ariane up to P5, Joe up to P4, so Joe now trying to catch up to Hasbro. Look further down the grid, Tom in the pits there, Harley and Jacob get up to P7, P8. Tom comes out P10. Is he going to be overtaken by a relevant PT? No, he's not. It's going to be... I thought it was going to be a tight exit, but I was mistaken. So Percy right on the back of Blinks here. Is he going to go for a move into turn 1? I don't think he is. Ben very low on ERS. So he is still going to use it here to get away from Percy. He's not going to have DRS. Percy is going to have DRS and ERS. Saving his ERS probably for the back straight or sector 2, the fast corner, the fast burn section of Azerbaijan. He hasn't sent an overtake yet. He's still very close to the rear of Ben. And obviously a big gap from Ben to Blinks to relevant PT, about 8 seconds there. So Phil Mitchell and Harley. Phil Mitchell overtakes Harley there, goes a little bit wide. I don't think there's anything wrong there. Must have been a good overtake in the gap section. So next up is the other Renault for Cameron, but he does put it into the wall. Has got wing damage. He has lost the right end plate there to his wing. Go down the order. Let's see how the fight between Ben and Percy is doing. Ben actually seems to let Percy go there. Ben does have damage. Ben has his right end plate missing, I believe. Is that correct? It is, yeah. So our first retirement from Baku. Aiden has retired. Maybe another F1 related issue. I don't know. But is Ben going to pit here again? I don't think so. No, he's not. So Ben's going to keep. Ben is very low damage to pits there. As does Percy, so I think they both, from a fight, both of them have got damage. Irrelevant, just fresh out the pits as well, I believe. So Phil Mitchell's got a bit of a gap behind him now, but is going to be stuck up in the dirty air of Harley and Tom and Jacob, all quite close together here. There is a virtual safety car. Not anymore. I haven't got the... Some quite large gaps to the lead of Hasbro P2 right now. I think Owen pitted, so he's now P5, around 17 seconds behind. So let's look at the position changes. So Smil with, after being disqualified in qualifying, has got himself up to P4, up 11 places. Hasbro up 2. Flipper down 3, obviously he pitted. Jacob up 5, Harley up 3, Phil Mitchell up 4, and Next 7 up 2. Ariane with a drive-through penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car. On board with Owen here. It's quite far away. Hasbro pits, as does Alien Toe, so the top 3 3 is now Smill with Owen and Alien Toe in the Williams, who did get pole position in qualifying, so he is looking quite strong for a podium this race, considering nothing funky happens. Owen and Alien Toe quite close together now though. Links down to P14 last on the grid, behind Percy, about 4 seconds behind Percy, so he's going to look to want to catch up there, close that gap and start overtaking Cutter's way through the field. Aran did serve his drivability, I believe. Gone down around 5 places. Phil Mitchell wanting to close on the back of the Renault here, and behind him is Joe. Is there going to be a bit of a lunge of an overtake from one of these guys here? Into the end of sector 2. Let's just see how it plays out on the straight. Quite get between them. Nice exit from all three. Phil Mitchell in the middle of 3. Goes a bit wide, doesn't get a penalty though. So he's got overtake on then bottom right. He has got a decent bit of overtake. He's going to save it, I think, for the main straight now. He's going to have DRS on Harley, and Joe is going to have DRS on Phil Mitchell. He's also got a lot of ERS, over 55% ERS when, well, over 60% when he started. He's going to go for an outside overtake on Harley. He's going to get there. No, he's not. Oh, and they touch. They've just flipped wheels there, nothing major I don't think. No damage caused, but Harley losing the end, losing the back end around turn 2. Joe's going to have DRS and overtake. He's going to try and get drag. Is he going to go for a lunge on the inside? Yes, he is going to take out the racing line. They touch again, nothing significant, no significant damage. Though Harley now at the back of these two cars. Joe's going to want to take a look on Cameron at some point. Oh, and Cameron clips the wall. He gets damage, loses a bit of his front wing. I'm not sure if that was an end plate or a chunk of his actual front wing, but he has taken front wing damage. I believe it is the right and left end plate. He's taken quite a bit of damage, I believe. And Joe gets into P7 after a not so difficult fight with Cameron. Gets passed up into P7, up 2 positions in 2 laps. In the same lap, so it's not bad lap from Joe there. So the top 3 remain the same. Terminator just trying to break into the top 3. Just around 3 seconds behind Alien Toe and Hasbro 3 seconds. Jacob's gonna want to try and close that gap to Hasbro. It's about 2 seconds now. See if there's any interesting battles in the midfield. The relevant PT wants to maybe go for an overtake on the damaged Phil Mitchell here. So now he's going to remain behind him, takes a nice line to that corner. And that's everything still fine. Relevant PT now, he's got DRS and overtake on Phil Mitchell. He's going to go for a lunge down the inside. Is he going to get there? I don't know, it's a bit tight. He does get there. Though they do well not to touch there, very well from the both of them. 2 lockups from Moldy there. He's not going to be happy with that. It's quite a lot of time to Phil Mitchell. A lot of pitters that lap. Everyone on 1 stop apart from Blink and Percy, who both did 2 stops due to damage. Here's Harley's trying to close that gap to Percy, and then Ben not too far behind the Renault and the Alpha Tauri. Export 7 up, pulling away from the rest, and Ariane P10 about 11 seconds behind the relevant PT. He's going to look to get an overtake on Phil Mitchell here in the sector 3. He's going to go for a lunge. I think that's a bit of a risky place to go for a lunge on someone who did have a wing. Obviously he was damaged. He didn't wait into the straight though, he wanted clean air, and he got that clean air, and he's now in front of Phil Mitchell into P9, which is something good. Phil Mitchell is going to have DRS on Irrelevant though. Just trying to get into that slipstream. Irrelevant's run out of ERS, as you can see by the light flashing on the back. Joe in P6 trying his hardest to close the gap to Hasbo. Tom then in P4, he's probably wanting to close the gap to Alien Toe quite a lot, just to break into the top 3 after his top 3 performance at Monaco last week. Really interesting here between the top 3. Alien Toe closed the gap significantly on Owen, and Smil Whiff in front in the Mercedes. Tom and Nate are quite far behind from the top 3 still, so hopefully he closes that gap up. Relevant PT here, just come into sector 2. Phil Mitchell not so close behind him. It's kind of just they're a lot of these drivers are just racing their own race now. There's not many people to battle with. Not many overtaking chances at the moment. Oh, and Percy bins it. Percy bins it in the castle section. He's trying to spin around. He's lost more damage than he should have got there, and it's a virtual safety car. Because of the Alfie Tauri's spin in castle section, he's tried to do a 360, he lost a lot of his wing, which is a very unfortunate thing there. So that puts Blinks and Harley up a space. Xbox 7 up not too far in front. Blinks now, virtual safety car probably played into his hands a little bit. He's now obviously got up a place because of Harley and because of Percy, and he's now going to increase the gap to P14. Is he going to get into P12? I think he is going to try and hardest here. Harley seems to be going very fast. Dominic gets a drive-through penalty for speed under the VSC. That's really going to hurt his chances of getting a podium today. Xbox 7 up hits, so the virtual safety car is over. We've got green flags again. Like I said, it's just kind of everyone's racing their own race now. I think Harley's got damage. He is experienced some, I think, understeer back there. I don't think so though. Around P10, he's kind of 18 seconds behind Phil Mitchell. Well, so it said. Now 3 seconds. Ollie racing his own race here. 5 seconds behind, 6 seconds in front. Same as Jacob really. Hasbo and Joe quite close together. I think Joe's still got a couple of laps to get up here. So Tom's serving his drive-through penalty now. He's not going to go down as many places as I thought he would. And he goes down a 2 or 3. Hasbo into P4. Alien Toe, Owen and Smil Whiff will stay the same. But Owen seems to have closed the gap significantly on Smil Whiff here in P1 and got away from Alien Toe a little bit, so he's going to have DRS on the next, on the straights. We're going to go back with them soon to see if we can make a move there. So Hasbo closely followed by Joe here. Joe's going to want to make an overtake. Through the castle section comes Owen, Smil Whiff and Alien Toe. And Owen make a move here. He's saving a lot of ERS. He's over 40%, nearly, basically 50% ERS. He's going to break. He's going to save him a decent amount. Smil Whiff locks up there. He does hit the wall also. I don't think he's got damage. but he also locks up into that corner as well. Owen gets a very good exit. Alien so close behind, not going to have DRS, so it's just going to be a fight between Owen and Smilwith here. Is Owen going to look for an opportunity down this straight? He's on a rich overtake? Not anymore. So, enters DRS and opens his DRS. He's going to put overtake mode on. Possibly rich fuel mix. Turns overtake off, just a little burst to get him out of that corner there. And Smilwith locks up turn 1. Can Owen capitalise? No, he can't. So that may be a battle still to come. Joe and Hasbo still quite away from each other. Owen's going to have DRS again. Is he going to go for an overtake? No, he is not. Smilwith seems to be locking up at a lot of these corners now. Playing into Owen's advantage. Owen doesn't really seem to be locking up in the corners. Also, Owen is on significantly newer, fresher tyres than Smilwith and faster. He's on mediums, 6 lap olds, and Smilwith is on 12 lap old hard. So unless his oh, and Smilwith bins it right in front of Owen. Does slow Owen down a lot though, meaning Alien 2 has time to catch up. So this is going to be a 3-way battle, I think, down the... Oh, and Hasbo also clips the barrier on the left hand side of the castle section. Doesn't think it has given him much damage though. But now Owen and Flipper Jr. and Alien Toe right on the back of Smilwith. Are they going to capitalise on his spin around the castle section? I think Owen's going to go for it here. He's going to go for a really bad exit from Smilwith. It's going to be inevitable that Owen overtakes here. And Alien Toe right on Owen's backside here. He's going to have DRS. Overtakes nearly gone 3%. He's going to get there though. Yes, he is. It's going to be a battle. Owen seems to close the gap a little bit, but Alien Toe's going to get there. What? Oh, and Owen's going to attack back on the inside. He's going to get there. No, he's not. They touch. They touch. And Alien Toe regains the lead of this race after being P3 behind Owen. Owen's going to go for an overtake on the inside here. Is he going to get there? Big lockup from Alien Toe on the right hand side of your screens. Owen's not going to get there. Side by side in sector 2 now. Owen is going to get there. Owen gets into P1. Big lockups from Alien Toe there to really give Flipper Jr. that advantage round there. Owen is going to come. Alien Toe is going to come back now. He's going to get in front, come into the castle section. They're going to be side by side. Someone's going to have to back out of this one, otherwise it's not going to be pretty. And Alien Toe does back out, giving Owen the lead coming into the castle section. As you can see, Smilwith drops all the way down to P7. Let's see what's emerged of this fight between Hasbo and Joe. Joe's got very close to Hasbo. I don't think anything's going to happen. Maybe on the straight he'll catch up significantly, but Alien Toe and Owen still going for wheel here. Owen taking that turn very wide, leaving more than enough room for Alien Toe, and Alien Toe gets a really good exit off that corner there and overtakes Owen to get P1, so regains the lead in this race. Is Owen going to send an overtake down on the straight? He's got 17% ERS, really trying to get that slipstream here on the Williams. Is he going to go for it? Yes, he is, and he's going to get past. They do touch. Oh, Alien Toe hits the barrier on the left-hand side there. I don't know what happened after they touched, but 11 laps to, well, 12 laps to go left in this race, and Owen and Alien Toe really getting into it. Hasbo and Joe still, I would say, the same part. Everyone's kind of racing their own race back here. Now in the bottom 5, the bottom 10, sorry. If all the way to 14th, I think everyone's kind of racing their own race. Joe does have a penalty though. I think it's only 3 seconds. Jacob trying to close in. Tomnet is really closed in on Jacob here. Smilwith not far behind, and Ollie not far behind. Oh, and Ariane's caught up significantly to Ollie. I don't know how I missed how close he was, but Here he is, very close to Ollie, less than a second, so if he's saved a lot of ERS, as you can see there. He's on over 60% ERS, which is going to play advantage to Ollie, as Ollie's only on 48. So it's going to be quite a close battle. Ariane is obviously going to have an advantage, only because of 20% ERS, but it's still going to have a, you know, a 20% ERS advantage. Doesn't cut the corner, no penalty. Joe's actually the only person on penalties at the moment. Alien Toe and Owen really closed up that, really opened up that gap for each other over a second now. Ariane and Ollie, let's see what emerges of this battle here. Very close together. What is going to happen on this straight? Let's see if anything happens. Check around, see if anything is going down. Yep. Joe and Hasbro. And Ariane goes for the overtake on the inside of Ollie here, and he gets back into the racing line. A bit of an aggressive swerve back into the racing line there, but no problems with it. Tominator does pit for the, third time this race, I think. Ariane keeps his position in front of... Ollie. There is going to be quite close there, though, as you can see on the mini-map. Jacob and Smilwith quite close behind each other. Smilwith very unlucky to take that damage at the castle section. He did still have to pit, I believe. But obviously it slowed him down tremendously because he had to hit with a wing change. Hasbro and Joe here still. Joe still trailing Hasbro. Joe and Smilwith. Smilwith looked for an overtake on the inside, didn't get there. And Jacob seems to be pulling away from Joe, Smilwith just a little bit. I'm really bad with names of the marks, this is horrendous. So let's see what emerges of this trail in Sector 3, one of the highest speed sectors, I would say, in Formula 1 now, today. Let's see what happens. Let's jump on board with Smilwith. He's going to have DRS. He hasn't actually used any overtake there. I think Jacob has nearly 100% ERS. He's got over 80% ERS. Oh, one big lockup from Smilwith there. And Jacob regains his position. Joe, at the moment, I think is going to keep his... Joe, at the moment, is going to keep his position. Obviously, 6 seconds for penalties. At the moment, he is going to lose it just now. Smilwith has overtaken Jacob, though, and really pulled away this time. No lockups. Seems to be locking up quite a lot this race, Smilwith. He did it when he was leading. Ariane really pulled away from Ollie here, so he's over 2 seconds in front of Ollie, but just over 6 seconds behind Jacob. Lynx went from P14 to P10. He's now 14 seconds behind Tominator, but he's still 8 seconds in front of Phil Mitchell. So he's kind of racing his own race right now, as is Phil Mitchell. Harley is quite close to him, but I don't think anything's going to happen. But Phil Mitchell takes the turns very wide. Harley, as I say that, gets there. He loses control of the bit, and then he veers into the barriers, but saves the car. P11 for Harley. Just an overtake on Phil Mitchell there. Doesn't corner cut, doesn't get a penalty, and clean through the castle section. Harley keeps the position, keeps P11 to Phil Mitchell. As I said that, obviously they overtook each other, and the bottom two are kind of racing their own races. I think to be cautious about back here. Aaron really pulling away from Ollie now, increased the 2 second gap to a 3 second gap. Smilwith came in down to turn 4. Joe still behind Hasbro. That gap seems to have increased. Hasbro really holding on to the podium here. I think my original prediction was Owen, Alien Toe, and Hasbro, wasn't it? Or was it not? It was that. So I only got one wrong so far. 9 laps left in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Alien Toe, quite a... Finn Marshall does pit. I think that was from his wing damage earlier in the castle section. So he's had a ring replacement, which is going to set him back loads. Put Percy out of the race. Owen, over 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds faster than in front of Alien Toe at the moment. So he's got a good 2 hands on this lead, unless he does spin out. Hasbro and Joe. Joe's closed the gap to just 4 tenths. He's gonna get it. Alien Toe leaves the session, so his AI are just playing at the moment. That is unfortunate for Alien Toe. He's gonna look at the gap. Went from 3 seconds to 6 seconds, sort of like blinking, you'd miss it. Very, very lucky for Owen, I think, because Alien Toe was looking very fast. Owen's now over 8 seconds in front. Hasbro's clean decreased that gap by what, like 8 seconds. Smear Whiff also on the back of this train now. So Joe and Hasbro, Joe trailing Hasbro for, I would say, 6 or 7 laps now. And Smillwith has joined the party with Hasbro and Joe, so Hasbro maybe starting to feel the pressure now. Joe continuously looking for a go on him, 2 tenths of a second behind Hasbro. That is going to be increased a little bit here, as long as they keep it clean. It's going to be a good little battle. Joe, I think that's where he's got most of his corner cuts from, because he seems to be taking quite an inconsistent line there. Nonetheless, he's still behind Hasbro. He is going to lose a couple of places due to his penalty. He's going to fight this anyway. Whatever happens during the race is whatever happens. The end of the race is a different story. Joe has used a lot of his ERS, I think, so he's only on 3%, 1%, 2%. I don't think he's going to catch Hasbro anytime soon, but Smill with 22% ERS. He isn't using it, but he's got DRS on Joe, and he's caught up to that little train very, very quickly. Did Owen pit, or did he? Owen pitted for softs. Hasbro now leads this race. Joe P2 and Smill with P3. So my podium predictions have just gone out the window within half a lap. So Hasbro now leads this race. Smill with overtakes Joe after Joe trailed Hasbro for how many laps? A good amount of laps. Alien Toe 15, 16 seconds behind. Flipper Jr. with the double overtake. He's probably going to be quite annoyed that I didn't get that one on stream, but I saw it. Did you? We did get it on Smill Whiff's camera angle, but Owen, I think he's hungry to win this race, or hungry to get onto the podium. Smill with P3, Joe hasn't moved, and he's lost quite a lot of time to P3. Unfortunately for Joe. Is that Phil Mitchell? Yeah, Phil Mitchell has been lapped, I think. Let's see anything happen down in the midfield. We've just been oh, Jacob. Side by side. Is it side by side? Yep. Well, not anymore. He's gone past Ollie. What happened to Arian? Arian also pitted for softs, I believe, as did Jacob, and they're going to be significantly faster than people on the mediums and hards. Arian, a rally car in his McLaren there over the high curb. And out into Sector 3. Can Arian capitalise with his fresh, fast softs? on Ollie on his 15 lap old mediums. Arian was 78% ERS. Using his ERS now, he's going to have DRS as well. He's going to get past DRS and he's really going to pull away from Ollie there. Arian, great decision to pit. He didn't lose many places. He didn't lose many places at all. So there he is. He is now P8. And he lost 2 places, I think. Tom on it, really closing in on Alien Toast. This is going to be, at the moment, with 6 laps left to go in this Grand Prix, it's going to be the second race that Tominator gets points. Is that correct, Max? It is, and this is going to be his second only race that he has points. He's going to try and catch up to Alien Toe. I don't know if he's going to get there by the end of the Grand Prix. He might. Joe really trailing now. Smillwith overtakes Hasbro to get into P2. Hasbro's really trailing, and Flipper Jr. has just run away with his lead. He went to pit for self. That was a great thinking from him, as was it great thinking from Ariane and Jacob. There's that Blinks also pitted for softs. He's about 5 seconds behind Xbox 7 Up, so we'll see if anything emerges out of that. Xbox 7 Up on the back of Percy. Loses control a little bit there. Harley, I think he's spun. I missed that. Harley's got damage, I think. He's spun at the castle section. There was yellow flags at the castle section. I thought it was because Xbox 7 Up lost. The rear was very slow. Percy and Harley. Oh, Percy quite clearly missed his braking point there. On the overtake from Harley. He's missing the right end plate. I thought it was going to be a bit worse damage than that, but he seems alright to carry on around these fast right and left-handers. Was not expecting him to completely hit the wall like that, but now a little DRS train. Xbox 7 Up's going to go for an overtake on Harley. No, he's not. He's going to back out. Xbox 7 Up's also got damage. He's also missing that right end plate of the Ferrari. Ben now capitalised on this. He's gained over 3 seconds because of all the fighting and the massive shunt from Percy into the wall. So let's see if Ben can gain some places here. He's on very, very fresh softs. So let's hope he can do something on the couple of the cars ahead of him. Ollie, nothing really to be concerned about from his point in front of or behind. Iran really closed in on Tom now. Jacob overtakes, so he's into P6 now. The top 5 have remained basically the same since we left off. Jacob and Tominator obviously switched. Tominator got just over 35% ERS. So he's going to use that now to try and get closer. And Ariane's got DRS. He's got quite a lot of DRS, a significant amount of DRS. He's not going to use it. I think he's going to save it for later on in the race. 4 laps left in his Grand Prix. He's got no one behind him. He's got no one really to worry about behind him now. He's got DRS on Tom though. He's going to get past Tom this lap or maybe next. I think that Ariane will get up to P7. I think I gave Aiden the commentator's curse. I said he'd get a podium and he DNF'd first few laps. So Aiden, if you're watching at the moment, I apologise. Ariane on the back of Tom now. See if he can do anything with this. He's still got no one behind him. Jacob really pulling away from Tom. Alien Toe kind of racing his own race. Jacob just coming out of the castle section now. So he'll still be there. Joe, quite a big gap now to Hasbro. I think he should be keeping the position there with Nutty. Let's check back in with Ariane and Tominator. Says the yellow flag and Ollie DNFs. I'm not sure what happened there. There is... I think Ollie's just manually retired from the session. He's still moving down the bottom left, as you can see. Yes, there he is. Off to the side, off to the runoff point. I think that was just manual retirement, which I don't think is brought out safety car. There's green flags back into safety 2 now. Ariane does get past Tominator. Up to P7. Next on his list is probably Jacob, but I don't think he's going to catch him by the end of this race. He may be able to, 4 seconds behind. I think Phil Mitchell has emerged in between the two after his pit stop, and he's over a lap, well, just under a lap behind everyone else. Again, this time on kill. Hasbro P3, Smilworth P2, Flipper Jr. P1. I think Flipper Jr. is going to win this race. Just over, I think 3 laps to go. Just under 3 laps to go. Sorry. Joe not really increasing the gap much. Kind of losing a bit of time to Alien Toe. Not much, but he's still losing quite a bit. Alien Toe does walk up there into the corner. Jacob P6 still, he's 2 seconds behind Alien Toe. He could capitalise on this, so he's 25th lap. This is going to be the last lap of the race. No, sorry, lap 25 is what they're on, so 2 more laps for Alien Toe here, about a lap and a half I'd say for Flipper Jr., who is going to come home and bring this race back to the Alfa Romeo garage for the second time this season. At the moment it is looking like Owen is going to bring this home for the Alfa Romeo team. Another win is what he's looking for. I think he's going to get it. Obviously he's 6 seconds up on Smilworth. Hasbro 5 seconds behind Smilworth, so I think the top 3 are going to stay the same. That's going to be our podium today. It's the last lap and a bit. Let's see any check in with the back markers of this race. Nothing significant happened, I don't think. Oh, I thought someone was on the back of Jacob there, but it's just Phil Mitchell who has been lapped. So, not far in front of Jacob is Alien Toe. I think that gap is still about 2 seconds, and it's the last lap of the Grand Prix for the front 3. Well, will be soon as Hasbro crosses the line here. Jacob on the straight behind Alien Toe. I don't think he's going to catch him here. He's got 1.7 second gap to him. He hasn't got much ERS. He hasn't really saved that much. Unless Alien Toe did just make a mistake. I don't think he did. It's just about 1/10 increase from that. Oh, and Jacob loses the back end just a little bit. A little wiggle there. Yeah, it's going to take a bit of time away from Alien Toe. Ariane, I think, is going to stay where he is. I think from now the grid's going to stay where it is. And there's yellow flags. I believe that's Harley. I think he's spun coming out of the castle section. So let Owen go here. I'm just going to watch Owen as he comes down to the end. I think everyone's kind of racing their own race right now, apart from Ben, who's on the back of Blinks. Who's on the back of Percy, sorry. Let's watch this, see if anything happens. I don't think it will, but we'll go back to Owen just as he comes around the final few turns to win. And Owen comes home for 2 weeks in a row to win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. 2 wins in a row for Owen, 2 wins in a row for Alfa Romeo, and 2 races where both drivers have had points. So good race from Owen. Smilwith is your P2, and I believe Hasbo is your P3. Blinks did perform an overtake on Percy to get himself 2 points in this race. At the moment, let's just see where it emerges to at the end. So I will. Let's just wait for everyone to cross the line. Xbox 7 Up has spun, I think. I think he's just kind of given up on this race. As Blinks comes into sector 3 now. I don't know who's that. Phil Mitchell just absolutely binned it in the middle of the straight on lap 26. He's 40 seconds behind everyone. So he's kind of just given up on his race, and then Ben crosses the line, P9, Percy P10, Xbox 7 Up P11. So that is your final order. Owen Flipper Jr. P1 for the second time in 2 weeks. Smilwith P2, Hasbo P3, Joe P4, Jacob P5, Arian P6, Alien Toe P7, Tominator P8, Blinks P9, Percy P10, and from then my driver of the day today, I don't know if you want to comment on Max, obviously they can't hear you, if you had any input. I think it is going to be Smilwith. Obviously he got disqualified in qualifying, then he came back and had a great race and really put Owen under pressure at some points in that race. So we're going to get the 3 podium sitters on into the party. So first of all, let's show. So here's your final race order. So the top 3: Owen, Smilwith, and Hasbo. Joe retains P4 after getting 6-second time penalty. Phil Mitchell, irrelevant PT, Aidan rounding off the grid there, and let's get Owen, let's get all the pole sitters. If they can include their audio, and let's just see if it's not Max or if it is me. Doesn't look like it.
Audio settings. Yeah, no, you just have to take the driver of the day and leave it at that.
Alright, cool. Sorry.
All good.
Thank you everyone for joining the stream. Unfortunately we have technical difficulties, so we can't speak to the drivers, but thank you everyone for watching.